Hi everyone, it's Angie. How you guys doing? I am great. I am absolutely, I wish you could see what's going on around me. I am absolutely surrounded by boxes and bags. I have been a little bit of a yarnaholic lately. I got a lot going. So today we're going to talk yarn. Yarn. I've got so much yarn that I have gotten since I made my last video, my last yarny video. I've been very busy. I've been working really hard on a lot of projects. I'll show you some of them. Some of them I've already finished and given away. Yeah, and I got a lot of things coming up. So this is going to take a while. I don't want to make it too long, but I want to make sure that I share everything with you. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the time runs on this. I might split this up into 2 different videos. We'll see how chatty I get. So you never know with me, right? So let's start. Where to start? Let's start at the beginning. The last time I talked to you was before Mindy and I went on the Mid-Mitten Yarn Shop Hop. So I will start with my purchases from that and tell you a little bit about that. Now, the Yarn Shop Hop was a yarn crawl that Mindy and I did in the Lansing-ish area, the middle southern part of the state of Michigan. This was, I think there were 10 shops that were included. And this was really nice because we got a bag that came with our passport for the shop hop. And let me see, my shop hop passport might actually be in here. It is. So I can show you what that was like because I didn't get to turn it in, and that's a story. So this was our passport, and it had all of the shops in here, and each shop that you went to stamped your passport. And then at the end, after you had visited every shop, you were supposed to turn this passport in. So you put your name and, where did you put that? Somewhere you put your name and information. Oh yeah, information in, and you turned this in to be entered to win prizes. So what had happened to us was that we had our map and we planned out our entire day, and we were going to be able to make it to every shop. However, we got to one shop and it was closed. It was supposed to have been open until 8 p.m. and it was 6:30 and they were closed. So I didn't get to turn in my passport for prizes. I was highly bummed about that. But we'll talk about the shops that we did go to, and I'll show you the yarn that I got at those shops. I do have some clips from the day that we took outside and inside some of the shops. And if I think about it, because I'm not going to promise anything. If I think about it, I'll tack them to the end of this video or to the end of the second part of this video if I do end up making this into 2 different, parts. But that's when did we do this? It was Thursday, September 28th to Sunday, October 1st. So yeah, we went on Thursday, September 28th. So I'm about a month late on this video. Anywho, so what was nice about this shop hop was that every store you got a free pattern, and each store had either a knit or a crochet pattern, which was very nice because a lot of times shops don't cater so much to the crocheters in terms of patterns. So Unwind Yarn Shop, we got this pattern for this, it's called a shoulder cozy. So it's kind of like a shawl. It's a little bit basic, but it's pretty. It has some pretty edging on it. This shop, which I don't remember which shop it says because it doesn't say, but had this cute cowl. Cute. Spun gave us this pattern for this wavy scarf. I might actually do that one. I kind of dig that scarf. And let's see where else. Woven art. We got this bag and half moon pouch pattern. And Cottage Garden Cowl was from the Yarn Garden. Oh, and I got the yarn to go with it. I am going to make this one. So this is the Cottage Garden Cowl from the Yarn Garden. And this is the shop that's real local to Mindy's house. It's like right in her little town of Charlotte. And this is made with Noro Ito yarn. And you guys know how I love my Noro. In fact, the sweater that I'm wearing was made using a Noro yarn, not the Ito. This is, gosh, Kurion maybe? This is their cotton wool blend yarn. So it's perfect for like a mid-fall day. This is the Noro Ito yarn, and this is 100% wool. And it is woolly-ish wool, you know what I mean? But it's not the scratchiest wool I've ever felt. But I fell in love with this color. I really love this color. So they don't really give their colors names, they give them numbers. So it's color 33 from the Ito line, ITO line. It's 100% wool and 200 grams or 400 meters. They do it in meters, and it's a 4-weight medium worsted yarn. And it's gorgeous. It's so pretty, so pretty. So I am gonna, like I said, I am gonna make this cowl with it. I dig cowls. I like cowls a lot because I don't wear, in the winter, even though we live in Michigan, I don't usually wear like a big bulky winter coat. I just wear like a jacket. So it's nice to have, I always like to have something, up around my neck. So yeah, that's what I plan to do with this. And this was not cheap. Noro is not a cheap yarn. And if you want to buy Noro, a great place to buy it is Little Knits here in the US. They're in, I think, Washington State. And they often have sales and discounted prices on name brand, higher end yarns like Noro. So you can find good deals at Little Knits on Noro. I mean, I paid full retail at a yarn shop for this, so it was a little bit pricey, but I got it nevertheless. So that was what I got from the Yarn Garden. And let's see, I don't remember what, okay, what I do, I have the receipts in here. So this one was from Woven Art, which is in East Lansing, which is like, it was right downtown by the Michigan State University. And I ended up getting these 2 hanks of yarn because they were on a steep clearance. So this one is, they're both the same. The brand is Manos del Uruguay, and they're both Alpaca Heather is the line of yarn. And Manos del Uruguay is a higher end yarn company. And this is 70% wool, 30% alpaca, 164 yards, and they're classifying it as well, they're just giving us a needle size to use, which doesn't help me because I don't knit. But they're saying needles 2.5 to 4, 3 to 3.5 millimeters. So I would say, just based on like, looking at stuff like that in the past, I would say probably a 4 millimeter hook. So this is probably, I'm going to say this is like a heavy DK light worsted weight yarn. So this color that I have here is called Petal, and this color is called Cinnamon. And they're hand dyed. You can see the, the variation in the colors. And because it's 30% alpaca, it's very, very soft. It feels really nice. feels very nice. So I don't know, those will probably go into my, the reason I picked these two colors is I am going to, with all my hand-dyed yarns, hanks that I have only one hank of, I'm gonna do kind of a sampler Afghan at some point. So these are gonna, I don't have a lot of stuff in, you know, this sort of color. So that was my purpose for that. And then I also grabbed, while I was there, what is this? Oh, I couldn't resist this. It's a frog, but it's a measure tape. And it's got a little button that pulls your tape back. I just thought that was super cute, just because it's a frog. So I grabbed that, and then they had these coconut wax candles infused with essential oils. It's from the Hemlock Park Company, and this one was called Red Currant. And I wish you could smell it. It just smells so good. It's just a little tea light. It doesn't have anything to do with the yarn, but I really liked the smell of it. So I got that as well in East Lansing. Then I'm just gonna throw these bags off to the side here, because if not, I'm gonna have a mess by the time I'm done. The other, and I don't remember where, because these I just put in my Shop Hop bag, so I don't remember where they came from specifically. But I did get some sock yarn, because I had so much fun making the socks that we did in our crochet along, and there was some clearance sales. And so this is Baracco Vintage Sock, and it feels really, really nice. So these were already marked down to $10, but then they were having a sale 50% off their clearance prices. So I got each of these for $5, which is a great, great deal for what it is. So these are 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon, made in Peru. Size 1, a super fine, which is, you know, a sock yarn. And there are, how many yards in here? 437 yards per skein. And the colors that I have here is, well, they're a number. This is 12071. It's a nice heathered foresty green. And this one is color 12055, which is a nice straw color. So I got those. I'm gonna make some more socks. I liked making socks. Then this was a big score. So like I said, they had 50% off their clearance. If you've never used or felt Wonderland yarns, which they're a you know a yarn dyer and seller. Wonderland yarns are phenomenal. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. They're just soft and squishy and beautiful, beautiful dye jobs on them. So this is a sock kit. So you have a mini hank and a big hank to make a pair of socks. And the regular price of this is $40 for the hank and mini hank, but I got it for 50% off. So $20 for this, which is a really, really good deal. So this is called the Ziggy Socks Kit, and the color is Marianne. Hand dyed in Vermont. So let's see. Dun, dun, dun. I'm looking for it. So you've got a total of 590 yards, which is enough, you know, for a pair of socks. 80% superwash merino, 15% nylon. A fingering weight yarn. And like I said, the color is called Marianne, but what it is it's a really nice gray with light bluish teal. And the gray also has some, or I'm sorry, the teal or aqua really actually has some gray in it as well. It's coming off a little bit purple or a little lavender on my camera that I can see, but it isn't. I think it might just be we're not getting a true color, maybe because of the color of my painted walls. So I'm in Jeff's living room today. It's a little bit gray out today, and so there's better light back here is why I came back here to do this video rather than in my front room where I usually do my yarn videos. But yeah, so I was really happy. I mean, this was a good score. And I think the only thing that I paid full price for that day, aside from that Noro yarn, was this. I fell in love with this. This is from Polka Dot Sheep. Now, I have never had anything from Polka Dot Sheep. It is whitefish worsted, so it's a worsted weight yarn, 100% superwash merino, 218 yards. And the color is called Cabin. And it's just gorgeous. It does remind you of a cabin, doesn't it? It's just really, really pretty. And again, this will go with my, this will go on my sampler Afghan because I have all that worsted weight, one hank special stuff. So yeah, that's where this will go. It's really nice. So, but yeah, Polka Dot Sheep. All right, so that was all of my Shop Hop purchases. I did pretty good. I didn't do too much damage that day. I didn't go overboard. So that was nice. So, like I mentioned when I was doing if you watched my video when I was talking about my trip to Texas for the, I'm sorry, I've made a lot of videos today. I'm kind of losing my mind. The retreat, the Lone Star Retreat. There we go. I have been getting back into cross stitching. Well, I needed some DMC thread for a couple patterns. So I went to Joann's and they were missing a couple of the colors that I had. So I ran over to Michael's to see if they had those colors, and they did. But they also had some yarn on sale. So I ended up with some yarn as well. So I am a little late to the party with this, but in case you haven't felt it or heard about it yet, I just wanted to share this with you. I got this at Michael's. They had their yarn was all 30% off, which was an amazing deal. And Caron cakes are really actually a good value. All of them. They're a good value. You get a lot of yardage for the price that you pay. So, and then with 30% off, it was a super good deal. So these are their newer, I mean, they've been out for a little while, but these are their macchiato cakes. So the Yarnspirations Caron macchiato cakes. They are a 5 bulky weight. Now, it is a roving style yarn, so your weight is going to fluctuate somewhat within your ball. It's not going to be, you know, you're going to vary a little bit. But this color interested me. It's called Bewitch. And I fell in love with this color because, you know, orange. I love orange, but I really normally wouldn't love like orange and purple together, but the way this is put together with the pink and the gray, I find it beautiful. I find it absolutely beautiful. So the fiber content on this is it's 80% acrylic, 20% wool. So it's nice and soft, but you do still have, you know, that nice woolly feel. And I love wool. I like the feel of wool. I like to wear wool. It's nice and warm here in Michigan. I mean, it's warm to wear it. It's not warm in Michigan. And it is an 8-ounce, 227 gram cake, and it's 481 yards. So 481 yards, and the regular price on this was like $12.97 and then 30% off for 481 yards of a size 5. That is a darn good deal. So I got 3 cakes because at a size 5 bulky weight yarn, I can definitely make a sweater with 1,500 yards because a size 5 is going to get you further. You're going to be able to go further with a size 5 than you are with a size 4. If I was doing a size 4 yarn, I would say I would probably want about 1,800 to 2,000 yards of yarn. But because it's a size 5, I think I can get away with just 3 cakes and you know, 1,500, approximately 1,500 yards. So this was, like I said, $12.97, but then it was on sale 30% off. So I got 3 of them, and to make a sweater that's 20% wool, that's this gorgeous for under $30, I mean, that's like amazing. I mean, that's a really good value. And I do really like the macchiato cakes. I wasn't sure, a couple of the cakes that my Caron has come out with lately, I haven't been overly thrilled with, but this one I really do like. I really do like it. So I haven't quite found the pattern that I want to use yet. It's going to have to be something with a simple stitch, just because the yarn is a little bit busy. And I'm not sure how it's going to variegate. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how long the variegation is, the color change is going to go, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll hopefully find some. I'd like to have it for this winter, because it's so nice and it's just pretty. It's just a nice winter palette, I think. It's very pretty. So I got that. I grabbed that at Michael's. So that was like an unplanned purchase. The rest of, now I've got like boxes and boxes of crap here. We'll go with this first. So I'm making a baby blanket. I have a friend who's having a baby, and I would like to make her a baby blanket. So I did a lot of research on, I found the pattern that I liked, and I did a lot of yarn research, and, I was going to go with wool, but then I was like, if it's not super soft, for baby, that's not going to be nice. And I didn't want to go acrylic. I wanted to use a natural fiber. So I was like, well, cotton, I'll do cotton. But I wanted it to be a nice soft cotton. I didn't want it to be a hard cotton. And so I started doing a little research into, the softest cottons for baby. And I read a few articles and blogs, and I don't even remember where I read this, but they recommended this King Cole Cotton Soft. And I had never used this before. I've never touched it before. And I know King Cole is a reputable brand. It's a pretty good brand of yarn. So this is King Cole Cotton Soft DK. And it comes in 100-gram balls. They have a lot of different colors of it. This color is called Celery. And it is 100% cotton, 229 yards of a DK, which is a 3-weight yarn. So this is what I got, and it is soft. It is very, very nice cotton. I think that in the future, when I want to make wearables with cotton, this will be what I turn to, because I'm not a huge fan of shiny cotton, like Truboo, or that's not even cotton, it's bamboo, but like, that kind of shiny cotton. I'm not a huge fan of it. And it's not, it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not shiny, and it feels so nice and soft. So my blanket is going to be, I'll show it to you when I get it done. And like I said, it's just going to be a baby blanket, so it's not going to be huge. So I should be able to do it relatively quickly. I ordered this from Lovecrafts. This was also the first time I ever ordered from Lovecraft. They are in the UK, so I did have to pay, a little bit for shipping, but it came really, really fast. I was really impressed with how quickly it was delivered. I'm just trying to find all my colors here so I can show you each and every color. There's a lot of colors to this thing, to this blanket. So I've got black, of course, and so you can see on the black, you see that there's that little sheen to it. And this color is called Midnight. It's a gray. This color is Blush, and this one is Clementine, nice orange, and this is Antique Gold. I showed you Celery. And then we've got white, of course, and oyster. It's like a straw color again. And I think that's all the colors. But they have a ton of colors available in this. So if you're in the market for a nice soft wearable cotton, I would definitely give this a try, this King Cole Cotton Soft DK. And they did not, however, have in stock a brown, and I needed a brown. So I went to another brand and got a brown. So and I'd never used paint box yarns before either. So I got this paint box cotton DK in the color Coffee Bean. It's a DK weight, so 3-weight yarn. It's 137 yards, 100% cotton. And you know, it's okay, but it's nothing like this. I mean, it, like incomparable. Like it, this feels so nice. But this is gonna work. It's gonna work okay with the blanket pattern that I'm using, because the pattern that I'm doing, it's gonna have little appliques of jungle animals. So I really just need the brown for like the spots on the giraffe and that kind of thing. So it's not going to be like really a part of the blanket that the baby's going to be touching. So it'll be fine. It'll, you know, it'll all blend together just fine. So I got all of that yarn, and I really got to get going on this baby blanket, because I'm obviously on a deadline for that. I do have another order. I was kind of holding off on this video because I do have another order coming from Love Crafts. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's supposed to be here today, for another project that I got rooked into. I didn't get rooked into it. I voluntarily, you know, whatever. But whatever. You know what I mean. So then I was watching MJ's Off the Hook, and she is doing with two other fiber artists a crochet along, and it's like based on granny squares. I think they've got like 7 different patterns that they're doing. I think it started October 1st or October 6th or something like that. Anywho, their patterns, there's 3 sweaters and I think like 4 bags maybe. The sweater that MJ created, she put the tutorial out on YouTube a while ago, and I fell in love with it. It is called the Cottage Rose Coatigan, Coatigan, Coatigan. And so I decided I wanted to make it, but I loved the look of her yarn. And so I wanted to use exactly the yarn that she used. I didn't want to go in my stash and find something. So and it was from Knit Picks, which is also known as We Crochet. And it is this yarn. It is called, now I didn't use the same colors as her. It's this Upcycle Alpaca Blend Worsted Weight. Now we're going to talk about that in a second. This color is Topaz, 219 yards. This color is called Fawn, also 219 yards. And this color is called Parchment, also 219 yards. And it is made with, they're all made with 33% alpaca, 34% wool, and 33% acrylic. Now, I believe that they are, and these are limited edition yarns, which is why I ordered it right away, because I didn't want to not be able to get it. So I just ordered enough in the quantity that I needed for the sweater in these clothes. It's a little pricey. I'm going to warn you, it's a little pricey, but I'm going to give you a hack too. So there are 2 things you can do to bring the price down a little bit. You can order it by the 3-pack, which is what I did. And if you get the 3-pack, it brings down the price by half, okay? So they put these 3, you know, they have several different color combinations of a 3-pack that they put together. And I just bought enough 3-packs to make the sweater. But I kind of spent a little bit too much money, because I didn't find out until after I had already gotten my order that if you join the crochet along that she's doing, which is free to join, you get a 50% off coupon code to Knit Picks for this yarn. So like, for instance, I need 7 balls of this color, but only, I don't know, 2 of this color and this color, or something like that, I might be saying the quantities wrong, but you need less of 2 colors than you do of 1 of the colors. But I wanted to save the money, so I ordered, you know, 7 3-packs, which if I would have signed up for the crochet along first, I could have just gotten the 50% off coupon code, and I could have just bought exactly what I needed. And I would have had more color options too, because I wouldn't have been limited to what they had in the 3-pack. So just a little, you know, just a little hint if you decide you want to make this coat again, take a look at it. So what it is basically, it's a knee-length cardigan with a tie, a belt tie, made out of granny squares, and they're just bobble stitch granny squares. So they're 4-inch squares. I need to make for the size. I'm making an extra large, or am I making a large? I don't remember. Anywho, I need to make 111 of these little guys. At this point, I have 65 or so made. So, you know, I'm a little over halfway there. But the one thing I will say, and I am going to block these before I join them. But they're just simple, you know, granny squares. They're really easy to do. And this is a really nice soft yarn. Now, it does have bumpies, and I don't like the bumpies. See, do you see what, it's just the way the yarn is plied. I don't care. That's not my favorite type of ply. Like, I mean, well, this is cotton, but for instance, you see what I'm talking about? The bumpies. It's not my favorite. It's just not my favorite. But I did like I like the alpaca part of it. And I like the colors, the real muted colors. So I wanted to use this yarn, even though the way it's plied isn't my favorite. And even though it was a little expensive. But anywho, the other thing that's a little bit weird about it is, okay, it says it's worsted weight, right? Well, this color is definitely worsted weight. It's a worsted weight yarn. Okay. These two colors, same yarn, same label, both say worsted weight. These are not worsted weight. They're a totally different weight. I mean, you can see the difference in the size. Let me put this one between those two so you can really see. I mean, you can see that, oh, my battery, I'm gonna have to turn this into 2 videos because my battery's going dead on my iPad. Like I said, I've been a lot of recording today. So when my battery dies, I'll have to stop and come back. But yeah, you can see that they're a different size. Anywho, just word to the a warning for you if you decide you want to get that. It's a nice yarn, but the sizes are different, and it'll all work out, but it is what it is. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Hirschner's was having a sale. We're going to move on to Hirschner's now. So Mindy and I got this big box from Hirschner's. Mindy and I, for our next crochet along project, are going to be doing the Nature's Walk Afghan. Now, the Nature's Walk Afghan was done as a crochet along a couple of 2019, I believe. But we're gonna do it for our little Friday crochet alongs that we do on Mindy's channel. So we were trying to find a DK weight yarn that came in a variety of colors. And I had seen this yarn on Hirschner's website. Hirschner's also owns Willow yarns, which is a little bit more like upscale, I'm gonna say, than the Hirschner's brand yarns. And they had this for a really good price, this yarn that I'm about to show you. Well, then they had a sale and sent out a coupon code for 23% off your entire purchase. So I'm like, well, I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to get my yarn for the Nature's Walk Afghan. Well, Mindy and I talked about it a lot, and there were just so many colors to choose from in this particular line of yarn that I couldn't make up my mind. And I had that great coupon, and I thought, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. This was so silly. I'm going to order it because we need 2 of each color, 2 skeins of each color, 2 balls of each color. I'm going to order every color that they have available. And then when I get them, I'll put together my palette and see what I want. So I have 64 balls of yarn in this box. 64. 2 of each color that they had in stock. Okay, so let's look at it. I haven't looked at them yet. I opened the box, but I haven't looked at them yet. And I'll tell you what it is. It's Willow Yarns. It's called Daily Decay. It is a 100-gram ball. It has 284 yards. So that's a fair amount of yardage for a DK. And it is 100% superwash. And DK means it's a size 3. So 100% superwash wool, and it is a nice soft wool. Now Mindy had said that it wasn't as soft as she thought it would be, and see, Mindy doesn't like Noro. She thinks that that's real scratchy, and I don't have a problem with it. And so really, it's really all just a personal preference. But I think that this is going to work lovely. It's very squishy. I really like it. Smells like wool. Yeah, I like it. So, and like I said, excellent deal. A really, really good deal. And they had 32 colors in stock at the time that I made my order. So I get to show you all 32 of those colors. Bear with me. So I'm trying to find the color names. Ice. This is ice, white. This one is ballet. I really like this one. And then you guys can help me choose the colors that I want to put in my blanket. How's that sound? Sound good? Okay, good. I think this one's going to go in the blanket. I like this color. Ballet. Then we have fig. Fig. I like that color too. That's really pretty too. And then pink rose. Ooh, I don't like this one. This one is not going in the blanket. Hyacinth. Jade. I like that. That's showing up a lot more sagey than it is in person. In person, it really does look more jadey than sagey, but on camera, it does look a little bit sagey. This is nice stuff. I'm happy with this for the price. Sweet peaches. I like sweet peaches. That's pretty. What do we got here? Lichen. I like that. That's a pretty green. I like that green. Turquoise. That's not my favorite. Hold on. I don't want to pull out any repeat customers here, so I'm trying to. Let me just try to look. Coffee. I like coffee. See, now that's showing a little bit more mauve on camera, and really in person, that's definitely very coffee. Georgia peach. That's very similar to, well, no, I guess it is different. So here are my pinks so far that we've got. Yeah, they're all different. Okay, then we've got sand. Ooh, I like sand. Sand is nice. Root. I like root too. And that's coming off a bit pinkish too. But it's actually definitely more brown. Is this another coffee? Yep, that's another coffee. I don't want any repeat. That's another sand. That's another, is this the same as this? Orchid? No, these are different. This one's orchid and this one's hyacinth. They're similar, aren't they? Let's see, what else? Sand. This one's lime. I like lime. I do like the lime. Oh, I do. It feels nice. I do like it. Okay, here's a blue. Crystal. That's pretty. That's a pretty blue. Oh, here's a purple. I like this purple, and I'm not a purple person. Wisteria. That's a nice lavender. I do like that. Yeah, you guys are going to have a tough job helping me here. Clay. I like clay. It's like a almost goldish peach. That's nice. I like that. This, I think, is another clay. Yeah. And we've got another ice. Let's see. Let's get some different colors here. Arabesque. That's a pretty purple. So that's different from that purple. Arabesque, like that. What else do we have? Another lime. Oh, here's a different green. Clover. That's kind of like a, yeah, it's definitely clover green. What else? What else? What else? Another hyacinth. Dun, dun, dun. Blossom. Here's another pink. So we got a lot of pinks. This one's actually like a true baby pink. Periwinkle. Ooh, I like the periwinkle. It's coming off a little lavender on screen, but it's definitely more of a bluish periwinkle color. Let's see. Lemon. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a nice yellow. Yeah, I like that. Oh, we already did a fig. We already did a sand. Sorry about this, guys. We already did a Georgia peach. Let's see. What do we got here? We already did arabesque. Well, how many do I have here? We already did blossom. Now I'm getting into all the repeats. Ballet. Did we have a ballet? I don't remember. I think we did. We had crystal. Ooh, I don't think we had this color. No, beeswax. That is quite the color. That's an interesting color. I kind of dig it, though. I kind of dig it. Of course I do. I'm a weirdo. Wisteria. Did we already have a wisteria? No, that's different. Here's our purples here. So we had... Oh, no, we did have wisteria. This one's wisteria. Okay. Zinnia, another pink. We got a lot of pinks. Pink isn't my favorite either. Lichen we did. Ooh, this one's bright. Tangerine. That's definitely tangerine. That's real bright. Here's a blue. Oh, I'm missing a label. I hate that. 7 Seas. That's quite the blue, isn't it? Get back on there, Mr. Label. Let's see. These gotta be repeats because we can't have that many. Pink rose. Did we already have a pink rose? I don't think we did. Nope. So there's yet another pink. Holy pink. Holy pink. We got beeswax. Root we had. Oh, here comes another green. Let's see. Nope, we had jade. Shamrock. So we had clover and shamrock. So this one's clover and this one's shamrock. Okay. I kind of always thought those two were the same thing, didn't you? I always thought clovers and shamrocks were the same. We had periwinkle. We might be done. We might have gotten them all. I didn't count there. I didn't count, but I think that might be all of them. Yeah, I think that's all. Let me count. Count the ways. Oh, no, tendril. Missed this one, tendril. That must be our last one. Yep, orchid. Okay, tendril. That's a nice color. I like that green. So I'm going to point the camera down so you guys can see all of these colors together. And let's talk about it. I think that we need 7 colors is what we need for this crochet along. Okay, this is going to be difficult, isn't it? So we need to, out of these 32 colors, we need to pick 7 that we're going to use in this Nature's Walk blanket. Now, this is a free pattern, so if you'd like to join in on the crochet along with us, we're going to be starting this Friday, which will be November 3rd, I believe. Yeah, first, second, 3rd. Oh, you guys can't even see them all. I'm going to have to do something differently. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to take this out of the, I'm going to turn my camera around and I'm going to take this out of the holder because I'm going to have to, I've got less than 10% battery right now. So I'm going to have to pause this and pick it up again after I charge my, oops, I'm sorry. How do I turn around? Okay, it won't let me turn around while I'm recording. So let's do this. Can you see them all now? I can't tell if you can see them all. But these are all the colors all together. Yeah, I got a big decision to make. All right, I'm gonna pause you guys for just a minute, and actually I'm gonna say goodbye for now. We'll pick this up tomorrow, or I mean I'm gonna finish recording it after I charge my camera, but you'll see this in 2 parts. So I'm gonna add to the end of this here just some basic or just some videos clips from our trip on the yarn crawl, and then I will see you guys next time to finish this video up, because look, we still have boxes and boxes of yarn to go through. So, all right guys, I'll talk to you soon. Hi, it's Angie. I'm back. For you guys, this is probably the next day or so. For me, this is just about 20 minutes later. I charged my iPad and I'm back to record the second half of my yarn update video. Yarn, crochet, all that kind of stuff. So where we left off was I showed you all the 30 and I figured it out. I thought I had ordered 32 colors and got 64 balls of that Willow Daily DK. It ended up that I had ordered the same color twice. So I actually only had 31 colors, but still 64 balls, which actually works out well because for the Nature's Walk crochet along, I'm sorry, I gotta adjust my camera. I'm crooked. There we go. And it's gonna do that thing on us where it dips down and doesn't show the whole of my head. I'm gonna have to scrunch. I still haven't gotten a new tripod. One of these days I'll spend some money on something other than yarn and diamond paintings. Anyway, so I had, it's okay that I ordered one color twice because I need more of one color for the border and the joining for the Afghan. So it's going to work out well because it's that sand color. So that'll be my border and my joining color. So that'll work out. And then I did talk to my friend Jody on the phone, video chatted with her. She's in Canada, and we looked at all the yarn while I had it out here on the table, and I did make some selections for what I'm going to use for my blanket. So tune in on Mindy's channel on Friday, and you will see, I'm sorry, I've got to adjust this again. I'm gonna have to get up and do it. This thing is just, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Hopefully we're gonna stay now. I did some tightening. Are we still drooping? We're still drooping. Jeepers creepers. And we're crooked again. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's get this over with because I don't have all day. I've got Nate's coming home in an hour, and it's still Monday, October 30th, and I've got to take him out to get a Halloween costume because he's decided that he's going to trick-or-treat for the last year. So, I've got another crochet along that I decided to participate in. My friend Michelle was so kind as to forward me the information about a Facebook group that is doing a crochet along. It's actually just one lady. It's called the Franken Blanket Cal, and it starts on November 6th. And what it is she took, I think there's 7 different patterns from different designers and Frankenstein them together to make a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Afghan. So she has 3 colorways listed in 3 weights. So you can choose worsted weight, DK weight, or fingering weight. And she gives you the yarn colors and amounts that you would need for each of those weights. Now you can use other yarn, obviously you don't have to use, you know, the colors that she used or whatever, but I liked 2 of them. I really liked of the colorways that she chose, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna make 2 of them, yes, because I'm crazy. Now the worsted weight one, and another reason why it's called the Franken blanket, is the worsted weight one ends up being 8 feet by 8 feet square when it's finished. So we're talking a huge Afghan. Now, I forgot I gotta go grab something. You just sit tight. Sit tight right there. Just sit tight. I'm gonna pause you actually.
Hi everyone, we're in downtown Lansing at another Shop Pop. This is the Mid-Mitten Yarn Shop Pop. So we're at our second store, and I just thought that this was such a cute little sculpture that they had out front. It's just adorable. I love it. I love it. But this is our second store. It's called Fun with Sticks and Strings. So we didn't get any video at the first shop, but this is our second one. So we're gonna go in and see what kind of damage we can do here, and we'll let you know. Talk to you soon. Okay, so now we are at the Woven Art Yarn Shop in just off the campus of Michigan State University in East Lansing. And I should have taken some video inside the shop. Mindy's still in there checking out. Very nice shop. It was the first time either one of us had been in this shop. They had a lot of really cool like notions and books and things like accessories, stitch markers, journals, a lot of that kind of stuff in here. I mean, also yarn, obviously, but a lot of different color, or different variety of accessories as well. So I managed to get some clearance yarn. Woohoo! I'll show you all that when I get home, and I'll do another part to this video and show you everything that I got. But that's where we are right now. We had to park in this big parking garage across the street, which was kind of a pain, but they did validate our parking, which was nice. So now we're moving on to our third shop. There's 8 total shops in this Shop Pop. So we're gonna try to hit all 8, but it's after 12 already. So wish us luck. All right, talk to you soon. Okay, here we are at our next stop. I think this is our 4th store, but I just wanted to show you guys, we have very few leaves that are turning right now in Michigan, but I saw these couple of trees in the parking lot here, and I thought I'd just share them with you. So this is the back of the store, A Stitch in Time in Howell, Michigan, which I want to show you from the front because it's a really cute place. So we'll walk around to the front together. So this Howell, it took us about 40 minutes to get here from downtown East Lansing. So it's was a little bit of a drive, but I think we've got a few stores that are in this general area. So we should be able to do a few back to back to back. So this is A Stitch in Time. But it's a super cute, look at, isn't that a cute house? Super, oh, and there's Mindy. Hi, Mindy. Super cute house. So we're gonna go in and see what they have at A Stitch in Time. I've been not doing too bad spending money so far. So we'll see how this one goes. Oh,
look, they're gonna be part of the Southeast Shop Pop too.
I think I'm gonna be in trouble, you guys. Look at all of that. My goodness. Uh-oh. All right, talk to you soon. Okay, here we are, shop number 5, one of our favorites. This is one of our favorite yarn shops. And I was very good because they had an excellent deal on their sale yarn today, and I ended up with all sale yarns. However, the pattern for the Shop Pop, this is the pattern, and what it is stitched on is a gorgeous new yarn from Baracco, and it's called Talara. Super, super soft and squishy. It is, what did she tell? 100% baby llama. Very, very soft. Very soft. But it's chain spun, and you guys know how I feel about chain spun. But another new yarn that I found is called This Craft or That is the brand of the hand dyer. And it is 100% baby alpaca. Super, super, super soft. So, and there's tons of it, tons and tons and tons. So, finished with your store number 5, moving on to store number 6. Look at Mindy's bag. It's so big, it's got to get tied. Okay, I forgot to take a video inside this store, but by far, probably the coolest store we went in. It's called Spun. It's in this big building. It's like a shopping center. There's all kinds of different stores in there, but it is ginormous. Huge, 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 huge store. Lots and lots of brands of yarn in there. Not as expensive as I thought it would be, but not a lot of like hand-dyed indie dyers and stuff like that. So I didn't get anything here, which mark that on your calendars because that doesn't happen often. But I'm just hanging out here waiting for Mindy. So just thought I'd show you the store. All right. Okay, we just drove 23 minutes to our next 7th destination, Artesian Knitworks in Chelsea, Michigan. And all you're gonna get here is a look through the window because we got here and they're closed. Even though they were supposed to be open until 8 p.m. for the yarn crawl, they are closed. So we won't be going here. All right.